XCN to $1.50. Your 48-hour window is closing. Always starting with Bitcoin for the most part. As long as we hold above this previous high, we are expected the continuation similar to that. Moving right into XCN, and actually I'm going to sneak on over to Tornado Cash. As those of you who have not entered, you still have the opportunity. It's only $16.81 at the moment. You can trade it on MEXC. I made a video specifically on how to trade on MEXC. You can do leverage trading. There's so much benefits to using MEXC as opposed to Coinbase. Me myself, I do like Coinbase because it's easy and simple, but adding one more account with MEXC, put $100 on it and trade it in futures. If you see it going up, like this, when this breaks here, it's going to be going up. You can't leverage trade Tornado Cash, but on MEXC, you can trade Tornado Cash unlike Coinbase. And similar to XCN, while XCN is going down, Tornado Cash has just been pumping and pumping, all-time high of 459. Enough with that, moving into XCN, because that's what everybody just watches for. I get about a minute of your time if you haven't left already. And we are currently at 0.0113. Still similar rejection areas, still downward red trend line. However, on MEXC, if you see that this starts pumping a little bit, you can actually use a futures trade and do like a 20x. So say you got $100, do a 20x on it right whenever it starts to pump, and you can make pretty good money. Take it out and actually put it into your spot trading that you missed, and you can pretty much just gather a bunch of money that way. Keeping in mind that futures trading is practically gambling. If you're using leverage, it's using money you don't have, and if it goes down a bit, you lose it. If it goes up a bit, you gain a bunch. So with that being said, XCN still forming out. I think it's going to be doing this inverse head and shoulders. Not very clear. I mean, you could say this is the left shoulder. You could say this is the left shoulder. But everybody likes head, so we're going to be moving back up towards this 200 EMA, which is around the 0.01315. This is the only resistance we really have before we have to test this downward red trend line. 618 up here at 16 cents. And I mean, breaking that red trend line is essentially what we're looking for Bitcoin to be holding its position above roughly this area, 122,000. Have a little bit of consolidation, if not upward momentum, and everything else is going to be following afterwards. We have bottomed out for XCN. I do not believe we are going to be getting that liquidity sweep down here around 0.009. So I think it's just consolidation creeping up over the 200 EMA, getting that water pretty thin before we push up easily over that 200 EMA, sorry, the CM Guppy and the 200 EMA, and test this downward trend line. I'll have more information whenever we finally get this pump, but me personally, I mean, I'm loving the pump that Tornado's been putting out. Like Mohammed called out, I had called it at $11 down here. We had that major push up to 18. Maybe not a scalp trade. It came back, gave you a second opportunity to get back in at that $11 mark, and we went back up to around 18 yet again. Consolidation, and I have a bunch of lines drawn in here just for visual stimulation, I guess, trying to find some kind of support within this area, which we did. Once we broke this upward trend line, which was bound to happen because it's getting too parabolic, we had that crossover, a further retracement, but not over that CM Guppy on the 4 hour at the 50 mark. So it's still in the blue in the CM Guppy, and it is starting to curve upwards, and we could essentially call this a bull flag. It's not the prettiest bull flag, but start from here to here, drag it. That's essentially what we're looking at for the next push up, which it just has to break this downward trend line, which it has touched twice. So if you have not entered into Tornado Cash, anywhere within like $11 to $16, $17 is a steal at the moment. Trade it on MEXC. If you use the reference link, you get 20 USDT for free. Plus they have extra things where you can earn passive income. You can get $5 just for doing one future trade. If you put in $100 on MEXC, I'm sure you will enjoy what MEXC has to offer. That being said, I mean, it's really like probably by the time I post this video, this could be back up here at 0.01 by the time you guys wake up. And just go with my opinion, essentially needing to break this red trend line. Once that breaks, you guys are looking for exit strategies, which would be a potential taking out some profit at 0.02, maybe up here around 0.028, maybe up here at the 618 at 0.03 to 0.035. Beyond that, if it keeps pumping, you're going to be looking at some strong rejection at 0.05. So we got quite a bit of range for Onyx coin. We're just kind of waiting it out for Bitcoin to hold support and start that movement upwards. Good luck. Have fun with it. And I'm going to do another video, and hopefully you guys watch them, because I'm putting them up and I get like 50 views. Watch them. I get a minute of your attention. Just watch it. Just watch it. Good luck. Have fun with it. I will see you on the next one.